We welcome you to downtown Houston. I'm Ed Cohen with the former Chicago Bulls guard, Jay Williams. And Jay, from the land of the space program, this one's ready for takeoff.
And Ed, you have to give a lot of credit to Daryl Morey. He's done a great job in reviving this franchise. There's no doubt about it. They're on their way up.
You have to love the analytics of basketball. No team in the NBA has been better than the Rockets. Let's get ready for this one. Great things, Jay, from Houston since they acquired Chris Paul to pair with James Harden. But on the other side, Donovan Mitchell, 13th pick in the draft, sensational rookie season. And then you factor in Ricky Rubio, who rediscovered his outside touch.
And the outside touch for Ricky Rubio is everything for his game. We all know that he is one of the best passers in the NBA. But the ability to keep the defense honest by knocking down shots off P&Rs is everything for Rubio. And then you combine that with having a young Dwayne Wade. And that's who Donovan Mitchell is, but he's a better outside shooter. He led the league in three-pointers made, broke the record. That goes to show you how expansive his game is, from using his upper frame to attack the rim and to punish people with his mid-range game, but also to extend the defense with knocking down the tray.
And gets both to drop at the line. With the rock, it's Chris Paul. To Harden. Down low, Capella. Rudy Gobert snatching.
Message on that one, Ed.
Lays it in off the alley-oop pass.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Gordon with it. Trailing by 4. Paul. Here's a chance from long range. Knocks it down. And Jay, so much better to get that shot beyond the arc than inside 22 feet.
Crafty, Ed. I love the fact that he was able to have the awareness to get his feet behind the three-point line.
Couple of cracks at the line now.
I say this a lot, and it's only because coaches harp on it all the time. Read the scouting report. Know who you can and should send to the line. This is a case of knowing a shooter probably had a better chance of hitting a jumper than he does of hitting the free throws.
Able to convert on both free throws. Jay, we talk about it all the time. The coaches in this league, who best puts their players in a position to shine? And now I give you Quinn Snyder.
I remember Quinn Snyder, after an ugly loss to Atlanta last year, really made some changes to their system. And here's the thing I love about Quinn Snyder. He recruited me when I was 15 and 16 years old. He was an assistant coach at Duke. The way he spoke to me really got me to buy in. He taught me that it was about being part of something bigger than yourself. And when you buy into what ended up beating OKC in the first round NBA playoffs.
With James Harden, muscle memory gets it to go. The challenge, defending a guy who can be a 1 or a 2.
We're not old men talking about this game. We don't define players by positions anymore. Is he a 1 or is he a 2? No, he's James Harden. He is a scorer and an elite passer.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 2 for the Jazz.
Donovan Mitchell trying to cash in on a three-point play. For his career, 80% at the line. Free throw's good to cement the three-point play. The lead is back down to 1. Paul into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Harden to Paul. Harden, he made his first effort, but not that time. Here's Rubio into the front court. Down a point. Mitchell, his first effort off the mark.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Here's Rubio up top. He'll run the offense. Mitchell. It's good for three.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Harden with it up top. The score 10-8. Here comes the screen. To Harden. Going to launch beyond the arc. James Harden. 2 for 3 now here in the first.
Not everybody possesses this power, but wow, what court awareness.
Here comes the screen. Mitchell guarded by Clint Capella. A drive, but he can't get it to go. Harden in possession. Leads one. Oh, not a good pass there as it's stolen by Utah. Nothing going here on that drive. Here comes the screen. Knocks it down off the step back.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Now the Rockets will use a timeout as they'll talk things over in a one-point basketball game.
Today's game to claim your prize at the customer service desk located near section 1.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Paul. Has a chance. Ooh, Chris Paul. Missed his first. That one goes.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
Houston takes over. To Paul. Rudy Gobert sends it away by Donovan Mitchell. Paul. Rockets with 4 to shoot. Shot from in close, no good. Not done yet. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration. Long heave from three-quarters court. First quarter's complete. The Jazz out in front. Second quarter is set to start. Neither team set the tone to start this one. Jay, do you expect that to change?
I know you're wondering why I'm came out in the first quarter and they executed. When do you ever see that, Ed? You have to continue to bring those competitive juices into the second quarter, and we're going to have one heck of a ball game.
Now ready to shoot at the line.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Kenneth Fareed at the line for 2 shots. A career 65% free throw shooter. Off the mark on the first free throw. Good bounce back. Hits the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. Utah's got it. Grayson Allen to Favors. And the rebound taken in by Utah. Grayson Allen to Corver. Five seconds to shoot. And buries it. Jay, they'll take that any day.
If you're coaching against this player, you have to throw some big schemes. How are you making this player think instead of just naturally reacting?
Paul to Rivers. He connects with the step back.
There you go. I like seeing his scoring coming from unlikely sources.
To Corver. To Allen. Trying to cash in. Can't connect. Has to know what's a good shot and what isn't.
And it's never a great thing when you're talking to yourself the entire next possession about the shot you just missed. Now you know you're in that player's head mentally.
Paul to Rivers. Fires the three, buries it on the catch and shoot.
Defense, do the math. You force him to take tough twos, you'll probably have a better chance to win this game if you can slow down the pace.
Now whistle and a timeout for Utah as they'll discuss matters in what's now a 3-point game. Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
For the Utah Jazz, number 27, Rudy Gobert. Subbing in,
Grayson Allen.
number 14, Gerald Green.
Shot clock winding down. Out of bounds the call off Iman Shumpert. For 3. Knocks it down.
That shot was nice, but that pass, that was the real highlight. Good teams always find a way to get the best shot available.
Tucker. To Rivers. Fires the 3 and drains it.
5 out of 3. Large right now.
Utah with the possession.
2 minutes remaining in the second quarter.
To Allen. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Got it from the line. To P.J. Tucker. Curling inside. A drive through the paint, but his shot misses.
Seems like a lot of contact on that play. If I were that player, I would pull the ref over to the side, talk to him, express to him how much contact there was so he could look for that same foul call potentially the next time down the court.
It's Rockets ball. Austin Rivers to Fareed. Sizing up the defense. Tucker to Rivers. Shot clock to 4 for Houston. From long range. Tough shot for Gerald Green. Off the mark.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
The screen sets him up for 2.
I wasn't necessarily sure which way that PNR was going, but I guess neither was the defense. That makes 2 of us.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Harden, he was all over him.
Any excuses, that's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Mitchell matched up with P.J. Tucker. He's going to the free throw line to shoot.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
First free throw is good. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Now Paul with the basketball. Down 6. Capella. A good defense by the Jazz as they come away with it. Harden. Where's the chatter? No one was even close to him.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without...
It's good at the buzzer. Nice finish and more cash in the bank as we've hit the break. First half in the books. Jazz had the lead.
Time for the Rose Report at halftime, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. The Jazz have the advantage on the scoreboard at halftime. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets. For the Utah Jazz, the Rockets would rather be on the opposite end of the scoreboard. And someone needs to step up offensively if they plan to win this game. Not a single player has gotten into double digits yet.
Game track. Field goals.
The Houston Rockets just couldn't get any of their shots to go in those first two quarters. They desperately need someone to step up and catch fire for them in the second half. The shooting was certainly worst in the opening quarter.
Player of the half.
The film speaks for itself. He's definitely the player of the half. Now he just got to give an encore to get his team to win.
Who was cold?
Forget cold. This guy will be happy to be lukewarm at this point. He can't seem to get anything going. Here we go with the top three plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
All right, back to the second half. I'll see you after the game.
Paul into the front court. The deficit now up to 5. Nothing going here on that drive. Paul. Capella to P.J. Tucker. Rubio into the front court. His guys lead here early stages, third quarter. Mitchell here against Harden. To Rubio. Nothing going here on that drive. Short jumper off the mark.
I give this defense so much credit. Sometimes it pays major dividends to have players that are willing to get their nails dirty. Just dig their hands in the dirt, and that's what kind of stand they're making.
To Capella. Clint Capella. Small sample size, but making the most of it. He's 1 for 2.
Old school equals high percentage.
Donovan Mitchell with the rock. To Favors. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Paul with it up top. Down 5. To P.J. Tucker. Harden. Driving right to the basket. Rudy Gobert with the block. Short jumper won't fall. Here's Rubio into the front court. Up 5. He buries it, creating space with the step back.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in the zone by himself.
To P.J. Tucker. They get it down to Harden. James Harden. He's now 4 for 6.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
It's in the hands of James Harden. Easy path to the rim.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the... Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
That's usually one that he'll knock down. Gordon with it. His guys down 3. To Harden.
screen right there, big screen.
To P.J. Tucker. Rockets with 4 to shoot. Has a look. And scores on the step back. Unguardable, Jay.
Did you see the distance between him and the defender? You could pretty much put a department store between the two.
Prices coming down. Harden into the front court. His guys now trailing by a point. Paul to Harden. Here comes the screen. Harden to Paul. Wide open look, won't go.
And would you like to be in the lead? Of course you would, but still, I like the fact that you got an open shot. Eventually, those will start going in.
Mitchell here against Harden. Rubio. Nothing going here on that drive. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. Free throws coming up.
I've seen it happen so many times. Small things like that foul can end up becoming a momentum changer. Let's see how this one plays out.
And hits the first free throw.
Houston. Subbing in for the Jazz. Number 2.
And fails to hit them both. Hits the first, misses the second. It's James Harden once again. Off the penetration, almost, but no good. Mitchell, and he knocks it down. Jay, nice look right there.
There is no better feeling than after making that shot and trotting back on defense, seeing your opponent stay in miscommunication.
That's out. Last touch by Rudy Gobert. Gerald Green. Can't connect from inside. Here's Rubio up top. Leads 4. From the painted area, won't go down.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short on the shot.
Hey, watch this screen left.
To Harden. Here comes the screen. Shot clock to 4 for Houston. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Rubio into the front court. Shot clock turned off as they try to extend the lead. Ricky Rubio. It's been a quiet night. Only 3 attempts, but he
Could have had an extra dribble or 2 there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Harden. Tough shot. Well defended. And that's rebounded by the Jazz. That'll do it. Third quarter complete. The Jazz out in front. It's Utah basketball as we begin the fourth quarter, and they'll be looking to finish strong.
And when you play stingy defense on one end, the other end takes care of itself.
Rubio. Fareed to Harden. Lets it fly from beyond the arc with James Harden. Muscle memory. Gets it to go.
Just because someone is listening to you doesn't mean that they actually hear you. At the end of the game, when players get tired, they listen to what the assignment was, but they didn't hear what it was.
He gets it.
We're watching a clinic. He needs to get paid top dollar.
Rockets in control of the basketball. Harden to Paul. Probing the defense. He's looking for an opening. Harden. Gobert with the rebound.
Defense. Defense, let's go.
Ingles takes on Eric Gordon.
Double.
Now a steal as the Rockets have it.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Watch cutter.
Paul. Crowder sizing up Eric Gordon. To Joe Ingles. Great feed, sets it up for three, buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jacking back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
Coming left.
To Harden. Lets it fly from long range. No good. That's great defense.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Joe Ingles. To Gobert. Rudy Gobert. Better late than never. That was his first shot, and it goes down.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Paul. Utah ball. It was right there. And he's fouled. Nice move that time, and he's going to the line for two.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
First one, count it.
Stepping in for the Jazz, number 15.
Second one off the mark. He goes 1 for 2. To Harden. To Paul. Over to the right side. Paul. To Harden. Has a chance. Off the mark. He's made those before, but that was well defended.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Ice.
Mitchell. Harden's on him. To Favors. Trying to knocks it down from mid-range. James Harden at the controls.
Hey, watch this screen left.
To Paul.
1 minute left in the fourth quarter.
Ooh, Chris Paul. Tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make.
Well, you know what the old saying is, when you assume you make a... You know what I'm talking about. You can't fault the D too much there. I was expecting to kick out 3.
To Rubio. Mitchell. Oh, that's how it's done.
It's easy to get lost in the chaos of the game down the stretch, but great awareness by the shooter to get those toes right behind the three-point line.
We get a whistle and a timeout for Houston. They're down big in this fourth quarter, and a chance here to empty their bench. They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. Paul. Rockets with 4 to shoot. Almost, but no good. Jazz have the ball. Rubio guarded by Clint Capella. It's the Jazz who come away with the victory as they win this one handily. That does it. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Jazz got the win with a comfortable scoring margin. They were very opportunistic on defense, and it earned them a bunch of steals. Those first turnovers made all of the difference. The Rockets put up a fight, but didn't get their hands raised at the end. I'm sure they can't help but feel frustrated with the result, but they can't let that feeling linger. Sooner than later, they need to start thinking about the next matchup. Check out the leading scores for the Houston Rockets.
Game track. Rebounds.
The Houston Rockets struggled for position throughout the whole game when shots went up and gave up too many rebounds.
Player of the game.
And while you can't track leadership on a stat sheet, it was by far the most impressive thing he did in this game. Here are the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
That does it for us. On behalf of the rest of the crew, good night.